Hello, everyone. I'm Sohee Shin, CEO of the Education Commission Asia. It's very nice to meet you all. And thank you for giving us this chance to speak at this CARIS Global Networking Week so we can introduce our work. So let me share my screen here. I hope you can all see. Okay, so today I'd like to introduce who we are and what we do to transfer learning to achieve inclusive and quality equitable learning for all. And we call this mission High Touch High Tech for All. So let me start by introducing about us. So the Education Commission Asia is the Asia hub of the Education Commission, which is a global initiative encouraging progress on SDG 4. So EC is chaired by Gordon Brown, the UN Special Envoy for Global Education and former Prime Minister of UK. And EC comprises 26 commissioners, and they are current and former heads of the states and governments and government ministers, and 3 Nobel laureates, and leaders in the fields of education, business, economies, development, etc. So they decided to have its first hub in Asia, and Juho Lee, one of the commissioners, founded the Education Commission Asia in Seoul in 2020. So ECA is a very mission-oriented organization. So in the era of artificial intelligence, we face a very profound and important question: how do we define humanity and its role? We believe the answer to this question lies in education. High touch, high tech for all is ECA's answer to catalyze the learning revolution. So first, we advance a vision for high touch, high tech for all as a core policy. And second, we evaluate projects to find the most effective solutions by bringing various actors, including education leaders, schools, and edtech companies and government, etc. Third, we build a global platform that supports the design, experimentation, and expansion of high touch high tech for all. Lastly, we provide support for Korea's leadership in contributing to a global learning transformation with our accumulated experience and expertise in high touch high tech for all. So what is high touch high tech? So let me briefly introduce the high touch high tech vision first. There is a saying that 20th century teachers teach 21st century students in 19th century classrooms. The traditional education model in which all students receive standardized education has failed millions of children around the world. High touch high tech enables us to move away from every student receiving the same lessons at the same time, at the same speed, to each student receiving personalized lesson at the right time at their own speed. And that's the vision of the high touch high tech. So to explain the high touch high tech learning approach, we utilize Benjamin Bloom's objectives of Bloom's taxonomy. The goal of an education using Bloom's taxonomy is to encourage a higher order thought and skills in their students by building up from lower level cognitive skills. In fact, in many classrooms, especially in Korea, students' learning at schools is limited to remembering and understanding for many reasons. Teachers' time and effort is mostly focused on this lower level of learning, not reaching higher level of learning, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So what is the best way to use technology for that? And from the Vietnam High Touch High Tech project, pilot project, which I will explain the result at the next page, what we've discovered is that high tech component with adaptive systems is very effective in providing fundamental educational instruction, helping students remember and understand materials at their right level. So while in class, teachers can lead interactive learning, enabling students focus on higher level of learning by applying, analyzing, evaluating, creating. With adaptive technology, tailoring instruction to individual student levels and needs, teachers can provide personalized guidance using the students' learning data. So free from the burden of delivering knowledge, teachers can focus on fostering students' higher-level learning skills such as creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication. The Vietnam project has delivered on this promise. So we tested high-touch, high-tech for grade 7 math, and in one semester, math scores increased dramatically, showing learning gains equivalent to 2 years worth of learning in just one semester. The gains were greater for lower performing students, suggesting that high-touch, high-tech can be a solution to solve the learning gap. Teaching outcomes were also remarkable. So we observed a great improvement in personalized teaching practices, greater collaboration among teachers, and significant improvements in teachers' ability to motivate students. So with this such impressive results in Vietnam, ECA has launched 3 domestic consortiums and 1 global consortium under the broader mission to provide high-touch, high-tech for all. They are K-12 consortium, university consortium, startup consortium, and the global consortium. In Korea, we have already seen over 6,008 K-12 students and 12,847 college students have benefited from these consortiums. Within just 2 years and a half, these consortiums have grown to include 8 local governments and 26 universities and colleges, as well as numerous other educational institutions. So let me briefly introduce the 4 high-touch, high-tech consortiums and their achievements. First, it is K-12 consortium. The K-12 consortium is aimed at helping Korea's underprivileged students, including those from low-income or multicultural families and North Korean refugees. These students are in desperate need of a human connection with teachers, including care and mentoring, as well as personalized learning necessitated by their often lower achievement levels and difficulty in keeping pace with other students. For high-tech, we provide the students with AI-based adaptive courseware to each student. For high-touch, we train volunteer college students or village teachers as mentors to give students not only academic learning guidance, but also emotional counseling based on students' individual learning data. Lastly, for impact evaluation, we analyze students' learning data and also habits through observation, and then we evaluate their academic achievement and also their satisfaction through surveys. So I'd like to introduce some of the results from K-12 consortium. One is Seochogu AI Smart Scoring Program. So we have supported 686 underprivileged students. The results show not only students' academic achievements, but also the survey results show that program participation improved learning attitudes and confidence in understanding course content, solving complex problems, and enhancing future learning prospects. This is Gyeongsangbuk Province online teaching program. We have supported 64 elementary school students at child care facilities in Gyeongbuk Province for 10 months. As a result, children who participated in the project improved their grades in both Korean and math subjects compared to those who did not participate, reducing the burden on learning and increasing interest of their learning. This is the Heavenly Dream School model. So this is a school for North Korean defectors who have difficulty keeping up with the regular curriculum due to their low basic education level. So using AI-based courseware in regular and extracurricular classes, together with teachers' well-planned high-touch teaching design, students had not only high academic achievement, but also growth in affective aspects. This is Gwangyang City AI Robot Tutor Program. So this is the first high-touch, high-tech project. We use AI robot as high-tech, and target is pre-kindergarten. So the purpose of this project is to improve the children's creativity and quality of care services while reducing teachers' workload by providing play-oriented activities with AI tutor robot, Alpha Mini. So we plan to do impact evaluation this December. So this is called High Touch High Tech Classroom Revolution. This pilot is very meaningful in that High Touch High Tech has finally entered the classroom of public schools in Korea. So this spring semester, for 15 schools and 1,500 students, from this pilot, we learned that teachers' digital and technological competence is one of the most crucial factors to running effective class and enhancing the student performance. Teachers are sensitive to their time and effort in accepting new technologies in classroom. Hence, it's necessary to give them sufficient incentives such as high-quality teacher training and clear guidance, material, and mental compensation to induce their active participation. Based on these lessons, we are preparing the next round of High Touch High Tech Classroom Evolution in March next year with more schools. Now I'd like to introduce the second High Touch High Tech Consortium, which is University Consortium. So Korea is trying to achieve digital innovation across universities in line with the world, and the High Touch High Tech Consortium is leading the way. As the year goes by, the High Touch High Tech approach is being applied to lectures in various subjects, and the learning model continues to evolve. So among 26 HTHT University Consortium members, I'd like to introduce the most leading universities case in terms of building the High Touch High Tech University innovation model. They are Aju University, and we call them the High Touch High Tech Champion University. So they use the subject probability and statistics. And the courseware, they use McGraw-Hill Alex. And as a teaching method, they used blended learning and flipped learning. And as an evaluating method, they used test scores, assignment quizzes, and attendance. I'd like to share some of the results of effectiveness verification. When you look at the achievement, academic achievement for the above average distribution, you can see the number of above average has increased from 22.4% to 30% for the experimental group. And for the top 25% distribution, you can see the experimental group has increased from 9% to 14.5%. As an opposite, for the bottom 25% distribution, the experimental group has increased from 13.2 to 11.8%. And also, if you see the curriculum review surveys, the experimental groups have a higher score in active participation in class and self-directed learning and self-efficacy and learner interest. Okay, so now I'd like to introduce the third consortium, which is the Startup Consortium. So High Touch High Tech Startup Consortium facilitates the development of high-tech learning. So one of the key engines driving the learning revolution by nurturing an ecosystem of innovation and growth among edtech startups. So consortium connects edtech companies with teachers, schools, and investors, providing opportunities to test innovative ideas and scale for the impact. And the fourth consortium I'd like to introduce is the Global Consortium. As an ongoing project in Uruguay, partnering with the Inter-American Development Bank, Plan Ceibal, which is Uruguay's presidential organization for edtech-based learning, ECA is targeting 97 schools, 195 teachers, 3,777 primary and secondary level students. So students use AI-based adaptive learning software such as Matific and RoboGarden and participate in project-based learning for the math and computational thinking subject. The impact evaluation will be ready in 2023. And ECA is also actively seeking for opportunities to spread high-touch, high-tech worldwide. Currently, ECA sees this chance in Indonesia, Philippines, Cambodia, Ghana, and Vietnam. And lastly, I'd like to introduce ECA's platform. So every year, we host the High-Touch High-Tech Teachers Summit, featuring the main 3 sessions. So in 2022, during the discussion between high-level education policymakers and teachers, we invited 6 superintendents from 6 main provinces and also teachers. So they shared various opinions and plans for spreading high-touch high-tech in Korea. During the masterclass presentation, 15 K-12 teachers presented their innovative class models in which they designed and operated learner-centered adaptive learning experience using high tech such as metaverse, AR, VR, and AI-based tools. During the teacher training, ECA aimed to provide teacher training about how to use technology to achieve meaningful learning effect with high touch. So moving forward, ECA will use this foundational framework to further spread high-touch, high-tech in Korea and abroad, analyze, act, and amplify. So in analyze, we do research, and rigorously we do tests driven by data and evidence. And in act, we work with countries to create an ecosystem for scale. Lastly, in amplify, we facilitate global learning partnerships and finance for scale. So far, I have introduced what ECA has worked. So thank you for listening. And if you have any question, please reach out to me through Caris or the website as you see on the right bottom. So I can continue the conversation with you. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.